today I want chocolate chip cookies. But you know what? I don't want to mess with scooping and chilling and all that stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna make chocolate chip cookie bars. Hey friends, this is Angela from Art of Creation Homestead again, and I'm back at you with another video, but this one is not a homestead kitchen skills. This is just I wanted to make these, so I wanted to bring you guys along for something fun video. Today we are making chocolate chip cookie bars. It's the best of both worlds because you get the same flavor, crispy yet chewy, just like my chocolate chip cookie recipe. But it's so much easier because no chilling, no scooping, just enjoy it. So let's get started on this very easy recipe. In this bowl, we have 1 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar, and we have 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. To that, we are going to be adding, this is 1 cup, which is 2 sticks of melted, unsalted butter. Now this has been melted and it's been allowed to sit for about 5 minutes or so to cool down, because you don't want it screaming hot or he'll start melting your sugars, and then you'll end up with greasy cookie bars. You do not want greasy cookie bars. Be sure and rake all that butter out of there. You don't want to miss a drop of that goodness right there. Never want to miss a drop of butter, because butter makes everything better. Now, while I'm stirring this together, I will tell you, you need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You need to get a 13 by 9 inch baking dish. I'm using glass. You can use metal or whatever you like. I am using glass today. You want to line it with parchment paper. It's going to make it so much easier on you later. So you want to line it with parchment paper, and you want to grease it up. Whether you choose to oil it or spray it with cooking spray, just go ahead and oil it up. Now that is thoroughly mixed, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You guys know me. It's going to be roughly measured vanilla because I never measure vanilla. Now you want to stir that beautiful vanilla in. To that beautiful mixture, we are now adding 2 large eggs and 1 egg yolk. I wish that the camera did this justice and showed those beautiful yolks, because they are amazing. The 1 egg yolk will add richness and will help add chewiness. So you don't want to skip that step of that 1 extra egg yolk. Our girls lay the prettiest eggs. So now you want to mix that in really good. Make sure you break up those yolks really well. Get that mixed in really good. And you don't need a mixer for this. This can be done by hand. Super easy, super quick. If your kids or your husband comes to you, I want chocolate chip cookies, whip this up. Chocolate chip cookie craving will be satisfied, and you won't even have to break a sweat. Now, here we have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. And we have 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch will help keep them crisp yet chewy all at the same time. It works, trust me. If you've made my chocolate chip cookie recipe, if you haven't made my chocolate chip cookie recipe, then you need to click that link that is flying around up there in the sky somewhere and go make those. Your tongue will thank you. Now I'm going to use my wax paper. I have this on wax paper. You guys know I do that. And I'm going to use that to mix it in. Now, we are going to toss in half of our dry ingredients. So you're just going to shake this in. I'm using my wax paper, it has a funnel. And you're going to just funnel half that mixture in. Stir it in real good. Just stir all that in until it's all incorporated. It won't take long at all. Now, we are going to add in the other half of our dry ingredients. This time, you don't want to stir it all the way in yet. You want to stir it about like that, when you are still seeing a lot of powder, but you're seeing some of the batter starting to mix in as well. At this point, that's your perfect chance to do this. Now we are going to add in these beauties. We have 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. We have 1 cup of milk chocolate chips. I like to split the difference, give you the best of both worlds. Now, I've had people comment on this before. I've had people comment on the size of these milk chocolate chips. Yes, they are huge. Here is one of the milk chocolate chips, and here is a regular semi-sweet. And as you can see, they are significantly different. This is the way the brand that I like to buy does. This is my favorite brand. It's kind of pricey, but I buy it when it's on sale, buy it in large quantity when it's on sale. It's a brand out of California. It's called Guittard. If you've never heard of it, you need to try it. They're completely clean ingredients. The most amazing chocolate chips you've ever tasted. You won't regret trying them. Like I said, they are a bit pricey, but if you catch them on sale, buy them on sale and buy a lot of them to last you for the year, because they have an amazing date on them. Buy enough to last for the year. That's my little tip for you. Now you want to dump those in. Now the reason you are dumping them in now when it's not fully mixed is that flour is going to coat your chocolate chips. As you're stirring it, all that flour that was left in there is going to start coating your chocolate chips, and it's going to keep them from all sinking to the bottom as they bake. They're going to stay suspended in your cookie bars, which you want them to do. You don't want them to all be at the bottom of your cookie bars. That's a very unbalanced cookie bar. Now I'm going to stir all of this in together until you see no dry pockets of flour. Now that beauty is done and ready to spread into our pan. Now we are going to just drop all that dough into our pan, because it's more of a dough than a batter. Truthfully, it's more of a dough than a batter. Because that consistency, that texture of the dough is what's going to make it be more chewy instead of more cake-like. If it's more of a batter, if it's a little more runny, it's going to be more cake-like. And while a chocolate chip cake is not a bad thing, it's not what we're looking for today. We're looking for chocolate chip cookie bars. And a chocolate chip cake will not satisfy a chocolate chip cookie craving. This will satisfy your chocolate chip cookie craving. Now you want to spread it out, which you'll want to hold your parchment paper down a little bit while you do that. But let me show you a little trick on the best way to get these spread out in your pan easily. Spray up your hands with just a little bit of cooking spray. Rub them together. See, you just have a light sheen. Just so the dough doesn't stick to your hands, use your hands and pat them out to the corners. That's your easiest way to get it spread out evenly, without any muss or fuss or anything. Because otherwise your parchment paper kind of slides around and it kind of gets a little hairy there. But if you do this little trick, see, clean hands. And your cookie bars are all nice and flat. and ready to go into your 350 degree preheated oven. Now you want to bake these until the edges start to turn a nice golden brown. You will see a nice golden brown around the edges. I will give you a little hint for more even baking. About halfway through, when you see the edges starting to puff up really nicely, and about the, let's say, 10-minute mark, you will take them off the bottom rack, put them on the top rack. They will finish baking to perfection that way without over baking and without getting too dark on the bottom. You'll get much more even baking that way. Now we're going to pop these in the oven. I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, as you can see, these beauties are out of the oven, and this whole house smells amazing right now. I mean, it smells crazy delicious in here. And I promise you, these taste amazing. As you can see, they're nice and golden brown around the edges. Just beautifully golden brown. That's how you know when they're ready. To be oddly specific, mine baked for about 27 minutes. It will take anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes, depending on the type of pan you use and the oven and your oven. But mine, oddly specific, took 27 minutes. Now you want to let these cool completely before you slice them, because otherwise they'll have a tendency to fall apart a little bit. So let them cool completely, and we'll be back, and I'll let Jason taste them for you and show you just how delicious these are.
All right, now I get the glory of tasting these beautiful things here. They're so good. Wow, what a delicious treat. I mean, a chocolate chip cookie bar. So it is chocolate chip cookie flavor, but it's in a little bar form, obviously. So wonderful. Obviously, Angela knocks it out of the park like she does every time. So you guys, you want to try to make these. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Angela Kay. It's Art of Creation Homestead. We love you guys. God bless you and goodbye.